Yeah, sure. I'm sorry for being late. There was a council meeting on Mali they just scheduled. But I'd wanted to ask you, and you made about there's a vaccine campaign for meningitis in Chad, which had ran into some controversy, and there are people that have sought answers from WHO. I wanted to know, do you know what I'm referring to? There were some children that became sick. They were taken out of the country. Was the foundation involved? What's been done to sort of deal with this?
I don't actually know that detail. I know about the meningitis program because one of the earliest investments of the foundation back in 2001 was to the partnership between PATH, International NGO PATH, and WHO to develop at a very low cost that meningitis vaccine. And it was first introduced 3 years ago and has, over the last several dry seasons, has now been introduced into a good portion of what's known as the meningitis belt, the 21 countries that have seasonal epidemics of meningitis. And this was the third year of activity in Chad. So I know that the campaigns were happening. I know a fair amount about the program that developed the vaccine, but I'm not sure I know.
This was in January, and there was 38 kids became sick, and supposedly experts were sent in to get to the bottom of whether it was the way in which.
We can send you
if you could.
Report, there was the findings. The WHO team went and investigated.
Okay.
And there was a series of issues that were exposed, and there was no finding of any problems with the vaccine.
Okay.
There was some reimbursements by the government that led to additional illnesses, and some of the illnesses were not even associated with vaccination. But I'll get you the full.
Okay, that'd be great. Thanks a lot.
One of the important things, Matthew, just on that is it's very important, given how important it is to get vaccines to children, even in places where children are very sick and often have high mortality rates. Most countries, and the WHO very much supports this, have systems for investigating what are called adverse events following immunization.
Yep.
So while I'm not familiar with that particular incident, it sounds like Steve is, it's not uncommon for things to happen that then get attributed to the vaccine because the vaccine is very public, campaign's a very public thing. So the WHO and the national governments, national immunization programs, have these programs to investigate those things. In most cases, it turns out that it's not vaccine related, but it's very important to do that investigation.
Thanks.
And there have been some cases where it has been associated with the vaccine, but not with the meningitis program as far as we know. So
sometimes other.
Cool. Great. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
This is a more